Okay. So today I will going to discuss about the syllabus of second year QC. So this year we may not have any chance for the reduction of syllabus. We will get the complete syllabus. And provided that I was given the complete notes for you people to study. Okay. I don't know how many people are studied off or I don't know. But one thing is, suppose if you want to get a good marks, if you want to secure your respect in the future, you have to secure it. Otherwise, no. It's the whatever the things in the second year we are studying. So it's very important for not only for the PUC is concerned, it is for engineering and future also. Okay. So basically, in the last class we have learned about the field effect transistor. So that is present in YouTube. Just you can go ahead. So in a small, in a complete single panel, the whole syllabus of the FET comes under that. Okay, even derivation also. Right now you can go for BJT. BJT, bi-junction transistor. This is the first. BJT, bi-junction transistor. Why it is called as bi-junction transistor? Because it is having two junctions. That is, so this is emitter, base, collector. This is emitter base junction. It is base collector junction. Clear? It is here. We have emitter. It is collector. It is base. If the base is common for both input and output, if the base is common for both input and output, so then it is called as a common base. So the symbol of this one is I have this like. So this is emitter, base, collector. Emitter, base, collector. It is a common base. Suppose if by using NPN transistor, NPN transistor, NPN transistor. Clear? Suppose you have PNP transistor, the arrow mark is comes here. Instead of this, the arrow mark is comes over here. Clear? Are you understand? Okay. And second thing is, whenever you want to connect a common emitter, collector, emitter, base. Collector, emitter, base. Here, the base and the emitter are the inputs, collector and emitter are the outputs. Here, in the common base, collector, base are the output, emitter, base are the inputs. Is that clear? In order to work in order to keep the working of transistor, we have to apply two conditions. So that is, input must be forward bias. Input must be forward bias. Output must be reverse. Output must be reverse bias. Suppose if you are using a NPN transistor, the forward bias means here we have negative type. So you have to connect for the negative. It is negative. Suppose if you have PNP, here positive will come. So then it is acted as a forward bias. In reverse bias, here you have N type. So here you have to take positive, negative. Oh, grounding. Clear? So now the transistor is in working condition. Suppose both the sides if you have a forward bias, what happens? Whenever both the sides you have the forward bias, the junction of the other side is compressed and the transistor will be managed out. Clear? So whenever you have input forward bias, output forward bias, both the side current will come and the junction will be collapsed. It is vanished out. Okay? Whenever both the sides will have reverse bias, what happens? So the junction completely expands. It is in cutoff mode only. It is never at. No current passes through the input to the output. That means it is in cutoff mode. Whenever you have forward bias and reverse bias, input forward bias, output reverse bias, then the current will come in saturation. Okay. So thereby we will get minimum and maximum. So that is max, Imax. So this line we can call as a load line. This line we can call as a load line. I'll come to the subject afterwards, but just give you the hints about this. So this is can call as load line. What is load line? A line joining from maximum current to the maximum voltage. So that is diagonally. So that is the area under which it is placed between current to the voltage. So that is called as a load line. So there are so many ways to say, not one or two. There are so many ways to say about this. So this is called as end points. So this is end point. The questions are raised in the examination for 1 or 2 marks. Write the end points of a transistor. Characteristics. Then you have to write it. Okay. So later we will discuss about this thing also. But the thing is, you come to know BJT, bijunction, transistor. They have emitter, base, collector. So those two junctions are there. That is emitter base junction and collector base junction. Suppose we are keeping the base as a common, then it is called as a common base. Suppose if you have emitter as a common, then it can be called as a common emitter. So here we are using NPN transistor. Suppose if we are using NPN transistor, the arrow mark will become over here. Okay, that will be used. But you are usually using NPN transistor. So whenever it is connected in forward bias, input section, output section, reverse bias, so then the transistor is in active mode, operation mode, quiescent mode, working mode, function mode. Clear? So in order to take the output characteristics, you have maximum voltage and maximum current. Okay. So two things is coming. So when current is I is equal to 0, so this is you can call as IC, VCE. IC, VCE. For this one I am going to take. Okay. So here, so when IC is equal to 0, VC is maximum. When VC is equal to 0, so then IC is maximum. Clear? So then you get the two end points. So this is called as a cutoff region. So this is called as a saturation region. So between this, it's called as an active. It's called as an active. Suppose we want to find out the characteristics of the common emitter amplifier. So our input, it is a current control. It is a current control voltage device. It is a current control voltage device. Current control voltage device. Because we are controlling the current from here, base or emitter. Base or emitter. We are controlling the current. But output comes as a voltage. That's why it is called as a CCVD. Current control voltage device. Clear? So whenever in the experiment is concerned, whenever we are supplying the voltage current here, or by keeping fixed current. Okay. So we are varying output voltage here. VCE. With respect to that, we get the current IC. That is VC versus IC. So we are drawing here. Suppose we have zero current. So it will give here only. So the under which is comes under here, it is called as a cutoff region. Suppose we are giving IP is equal to 10 microamps. 10 microamps suppose we give. So it will raise. We give to 100, that is 50 microamps. We give 100 microamps. We give 150, 200 microamps. As the maximum amount of current is passing from input to the transistor, so it will open the gate. That is, junction will be going to expand. So by the time what happens? The current flows from base to the emitter and the collector. So that current will convert as a voltage. That current is converted as a voltage. Why? Here we have reverse bias. Because of this reverse bias, the junction present in the collector and base, it will be expand. It acts as a resistor. Invisible resistor. So due to that process, the voltage drop is become more and more. That's why. So this is we can use in voltage amplifiers. Clear? Okay. Now we can come to the point. So let's do it. Okay. Now, before going to this aspect, we should know the biasing. Biasing. What is biasing? It's very important. Sometimes the person should ask in the examination. What is biasing? Biasing is energizing. That means supplying voltage. In our circuit common element. Now we have to give the bias for this. It is unbiased. Suppose if you have key, clear? Then you round activity. That's the control. It appears like a transistor, right? But one thing you should not forget is the ground. So biasing means energizing. What is energizing? Suppose we give the voltage from either side, forward bias and reverse bias. Even if you are not connecting this key or switch on, so then it is unbiased. Bias and unbiased are good. Are you understand what is bias and unbiased? Bias means getting energized. Suppose if you have a food before coming to the class, so it is biased. Suppose if you are coming without food, it is unbiased. Is that clear? Any doubt? So there are three types of biasing. There are four types of biasing, but the syllabus is given three types of biasing. That is fixed bias, collector, feedback bias, voltage divider bias. Fixed bias, collector, feedback bias, voltage divider bias. Fixed bias is also called as a base bias. Fixed bias is also called as a base or fixed bias. How this appears? This appears, see, this is a transistor, right? Suppose if you are giving RB, positive VCC, it is RE from RE, C, RC, C, VCE. Okay, so this is the voltage. So this equivalent we are going to write. So this is practical way of writing the circuit diagram. Okay. So for sake of connection is concerned in the laboratory, we are using this one. Sometimes we are using this on is also the same, nothing but different, right? The thing is, see, whenever we give the biasing here, we are giving the biasing here, RB. So here RC, this is RE. So it is a fixed bias or a base bias. What happens in this case? So in the base bias, suppose either one of the component, either base RB or RC or RE or a transistor is burned out due to excess of current supply. burnout, then we have to change the complete designing. You have to change the complete designing of the transistor amplifier. So that is the big drawback of that. That is the big drawback of that. Clear? So here we are going to take, in this case we are going to take the thing. So what happened? So this is VCC is equal to IB RB. Because there is no resistor here, but the resistor is not appearing, it is open. This open means it is open to the air. The air is highly insulated. That means the resistor of the thing is infinite. That's why no current is passing from the ground, and it's not balancing the current to pass to the base. Okay. So one thing. Second thing is, so any one of the components get vanished or burn out. So we have to complete change the designing. So next thing is, it is also not that much familiar. The same problems arises here also. So this is RC. See, here we are taking a, what is the meaning of this? Collector feedback. That means we are taking a feedback from here. RB. Earlier case, we are taking from positive VCC. That means from the supply only we are giving the connection to the base of the transistor. But here, so we are not giving the connection to the base of the transistor, but we are taking from the collector RC. From that only we are going to take to the input section. That is called as that. That's why it is called as common base. Collector feedback voltage collector feedback biasing. But biasing, we are giving biasing for both the sides. Okay. So this is second term. But usually, normally we are using voltage divider bias is also called as potential divider bias. It is also called as a universal bias. Potential divider bias as well as a universal bias. Is that clear? Okay. So here the thing is, just you can imagine, in the first case we don't have any resistor in this case. So what we'll do is, so here R1, R2. We are taking parallel resistors from VCC to the ground and giving connection of the mid one to the base. So that means it balances the current. It balances the current and supplying to the base. Is that clear? Huh? So here, that's why it is called as a voltage divider bias. So what is the name of this resistor? It is called as current control resistor, CCR. Current control resistor. Usually it is a high resistance. Usually it is a high resistance. The duty of this resistor is to control the current which is coming from the voltage of power supply to the circuit. And the remaining current is passes through R2. It is voltage driving resistor. Voltage driving resistor. Voltage driving resistor. So it is giving connection. Now, as long as you switch on this power supply, so this R2 resistor is allowing the current, then it is act as a V2. So this is V1, so this is V2. So that V2 is nothing but the secondary battery or secondary voltage source to the base to emitter ground. Base to emitter ground. Is that clear? Any doubt? Any doubt? Okay. So now this is in this case any one of the component is burnout. So there is no need to go for complete designing. Just finding the faults wherever it is happen. Either transistors burnout, we have to change the transistor. There is no need to go for the changing of the whole designing. The complete design change ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ. So either with the high resistance it is burnout, you have to change that, replace it the same value of the resistor. There is no such differences happen. Either you may change this one R2 resistor, so there also it is not having that much difference. That's why it is called as universal voltage divider bias or voltage divider bias or potential divider bias. Is that clear? Now let us discuss about universal divider bias, voltage divider bias or potential divider bias. So this is voltage divider bias. So you are going to write the, so this is RE ground, so this is RC positive VCC, so this is R1, so this is R2. You may take complete one or something else, no problem. So from the middle we are going to give to the base of the transistor. It is main base, collector, emitter. So this is the circuit diagram for voltage divider bias. So what is this resistor we can call it? This resistor name is current control resistor, voltage driving resistor R2, right? It is here whenever the current is passes here, so it is act as a V2. So this V2 from base to emitter voltage VBE. Okay. So this is the input section we have. So here R1 and R2 both the things are in parallel condition. Okay, voltage current control resistor and voltage driving resistors are connected in parallel and given to the base. That is called as a bias. We are not giving biasing from directly from supply to the transistor. We are using components of the resistor, higher resistor and voltage driving resistor. Okay, so by taking combination we are providing the biasing. So this is VCC supply voltage as per KCL. Kirchhoff voltage law. VCC is equal to V1 plus this is V1 plus V2. Clear? How this V1 plus V2 comes? I into R1, I into R2. Then what is I? I is equal to VCC divided by R1 plus R2. So this is the main current. It is not having branch current. It is the main current coming from the supply to the ground and to the whole circuit. Okay. So let us go for. So this is I into R1, I into R2. In I into R1 you have very high resistance. So that's why here the voltage drop is more. So the value of the resistor R2 is very less compared to this one. So here the voltage drop is very less. So this voltage drop, this V2 is acted as a secondary voltage source to base and emitter. Base and clear? Once again here the from this part Kirchhoff voltage law is exhibits. ಇದು main ಆಯ್ತು ಇದು. So this become main. One part. Now from here it is. Now see the Venn diagram in mathematics. Function. One more and another function. Huh? So in a similar manner we are going to have this. So this is the main equation. So here it is high voltage, it is low voltage. Low voltage is given to the base and the okay. Now I can apply for V2 is equal to VB. It is called as the biasing. Biasing is given to the transistor in a voltage divider bias from the junction of R1 R2 to the base. So that is called as a V2 or a VB. What is VB is having? VBE plus VE. So this is called as the VE. It is VBE. Clear? VBE plus VE. Then what is VBE? It is the knee voltage. It is the intelligent voltage. Knee voltage. For silicon it is 0.7 volt is there. For germanium 0.3 volts is there. Clear? Silicon 0.7 volts. Germanium 0.3 volts. Then the current from the base, it is going to VBE and VE. Now you can split this. So this is VBE plus IE. The emitter current, the current passing from base to the emitter, now it is become an emitter current. So due to that current, the voltage drop is exists. So you can call it as a VE. Understand? Okay. Now, what the thing we need in this case? In this case, we need IE, total value of emitter current we want. So, what are the things we have? Here we have EB. So, what you have to do? You have to shuffle it, right? VB minus VB divided by RE. Clear? Clear?
Sir.
So it is the input section formula. It is the input section. Clear? Now let us go for output section formula. RE, RC, positive, VCC. Ground. So this is VE, VCE, VC. Clear? Now here onwards we are going to apply for the Kirchhoff voltage law. KVL we have to apply. Then supply voltage is equal to VCC is equal to VC plus VCE plus बनता Kirchhoff voltage law प्रकार है supply voltage is equal to sum of the product of current into resistance or total sum of the voltage. Clear? Now we have to split further. ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಈ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಯಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ you have to need the voltage drop across this one. Clear? So VCE is equal to ಎಲ್ಲ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಕಳಿಸಿ VCC minus VC minus VE. Clear? Clear? We know that what happened? Here the color collector current is comes. So here the IC is there, so you get VC. Here the IE is there, so we have the VE. Now you can substitute this value VCE, VCC minus VCIC minus IE. So IC, RC, IE, RE. VCC minus, let us go to club it. IC common is done. IE condition is there. IC is there, IE is there. It's very important point. It's very important point. So just see here, in the common base amplifier, common base connection, it is whenever you input, the same output will come. That means wave shaping is not changed. No phase reversal will happen in that case. But here, when you give the input here, it is a common emitter, right? Common emitter. When you give the input signal here, so it is whatever the signal is providing here, the signal will become reversal. That's why it is also called as a phase reversal, phase shifter, phase reversal, inverting amplifier, NOT gate, negation. Clear? Now, why it is happening? See, in the common emitter, common base amplifier, IC is nearly equal to IE. Earlier it is a common emitter. When the current is entered to the base, it is acted as a common base. Even though it is a common emitter amplifier, whenever it is entered to the transistor, it is become a common base. Both. So that's why the signal will get reversed. Are you understand? Whenever the signal is passes from here in a common emitter amplifier, here, whenever it is reached to this position, it is acted as a common base. Up to this extent, it is a common emitter. Whenever it is reaches to here, the current is reaches to here, it is become a common base. In common base, collector and emitter current is nearly equal to same. That's why we are choosing. So that is VCE is equal to VCC minus ICRC plus IC RE, because IC is nearly equal to IE due to phase. So VCE, which is equal to VCC minus IC is common, RC plus RE, correct? RC plus RE. Okay. Now we reach to the final position here. So we are going to take VCE, which is equal to VCC minus IC into RC plus RE. This is the main equation. This is the voltage equation also. Voltage means what voltage? The voltage across emitter and collector of the transistor. Ground to ground Allah. It is not ground to ground. It is a transistor only. It is not include resistor, only the transistor. Okay. So that is the voltage of the thing. So that's why VCC minus IC into RC plus RE. And the other thing is IC is equal to VCE, IC is equal to VCC minus VCE divided by RC plus RE. This minus is correct. Okay. So two things will get generated: VCE and IC. Let us take some Let us take a graphical representation for the minima and maxima. So here we have, so this is VCE along this axis, IC along this axis. Clear? Now we can keep IC is equal to 0. IC is equal to 0. That means the collector current is 0. IC is equal to 0. 0. But that doesn't matter. So this VCE, which is equal to VCC. When IC is equal to 0, 0 into something is 0 into something is 0 into something is 0. Okay. What the remaining thing? VC is equal to VCC. So then what the value of voltage present VCE? So that itself is a VCC. So this is cut off. It is the one end point of a load line. When VC is equal to 0, when VC is equal to 0, then IC saturation, which is equal to VCE, VCC divided by RC plus R. So this is IC is equal to VCC divided by RC plus R. So this is saturation. You got 2 points. So this is saturation point. This is a cutoff point. Now I can join a load line here. Join a line from collector current to the voltage across collector and emitter. So this line you can call as a DC load. So this you can call as a load line. Load line. So it is also called as a DC load line. I don't understand. So here, whenever it is by using this equation, when IC is equal to 0, IC is equal to 0, the voltage is maximum up to the supplied voltage. That is VC. When VC is equal to 0, and VC is equal to 0, IC is saturation. Okay. So I got 2 points, 2 end points. The questions arises in the examination. How write the end points of a DC load?